This is soul-exploding. I'm prepared to buy the entire series.
Draka, send a print jump of the sale agreement to Yudi. We gotta jump on this before she loses her art-on.
But first, I'd like to ask you just one question. Mr. Yudi, you understand, do you not, that you create shit?
No. At one point it was shit, yes, but now it is art.
Pity. I hoped you might be a true new era artist, but alas, you're a prisoner of the old aesthetic paradigms, just like all the rest. Heartbreaking. Toodles.
I'm a mediocre artist. There's no reason for me to continue existing.
Whoa!
If this life has any meaning at all, beyond grabbing pleasure, may God smite my cooked-down ass right here, right now. You missed. I wasn't talking to you. What are you gawking at?
Who's gawking? That's our robot and king-size baked potato.
Maybe don't chuck him off of goddamn bridges. Fine, I'll dock. Collect your rubbish.
No way. Hold on. Epicool? St. Fard, class of 82.
No! Noper? Sweet holy dick cheese!
Here's the fucked up old friends. Alright, puke some truth. Where did you get the Del Rey me to rent a yacht like this and actual chicks?
Don't you read? I won last year's 100,000 St. Fard Science Prize for my achievements in mathematics.
Sweet holy twat cheese. Thought Rector Wynn only gives himself that prize.
That was his usual scam until last year when I caught him handing himself a different prize in front of a webcam in his office.
Ugh, if that ain't the living metaphor for modern science.
Preach, sister! The highest possible high. That's what I'm chasing now. Real happiness. And it can be bought cheap.
A science prize? That could solve all our financial problems. Draka, check when the next St. Fard Prize gets awarded.
Looks like if you guys don't drag your asses like usual, we can still make the deadline.
Great. Noper, got any award-winning ideas?
No St. Fard for me. I have a personal beef with the rector.
Is it a bigger beef than 100 grand? You're gonna need to sell me on that.
Fine. That porn saga, there's another chapter. After the shoot, we had enough money to complete the work on Wynn's medicine. Experiment number 58. We created a cure, and Wynn's life was saved. Happy fucking ending? Nope. Turned out to be the beginning of a whole new, twisted, soul-choking drama.
That's just fantabulous. Is that the St. Fard Science Prize I smell in here? I'd better gather our award committee.
I consider the cure a joint discovery, even though Wynn's contribution was obviously nominal due to his illness.
Congratulations on your discovery, Mr. Noper. And on your recovery, Mr. Wynn. I'm looking forward to your presentation of this video to the committee.
But being cured wasn't enough for wily Winnie. He wanted renown, and he wanted it bad.
To number 58.
All that's left is to edit this abomination. Oops, almost forgot to barf in advance. Plan 69 from Inner Ass, shooting day number 1. Mark.
It was shaped like a giant cigar.
Experiment number
69 from Inner Ass, shooting date number 1. Mark.
It was shaped like a giant cigar.
I don't know how this ended up in here. Win! Stop the video! Where's the remote? He knew a scientific discovery as serious as ours had to get that award. And given my disgrace, he'd be the one left to get the prize, praise, and prestige. Prick. There you have it. Took it up the ass till I got kicked out on my ass. Exploited, then expelled. And now I'm here while Win, that backstabbing son of a rabid bitch, enjoys a storied scientific career and ends up director of St. Fard.
But wasn't he in the ultra-porn flick with you?
Nope. You know how they say there are no small parts, only small actors? In Win's case, there were small parts. Very small.
Impressive apparatus. Hope you know how to use it. And since we're not filming this flick with a microscope, you, Squirt, can pay to stay and jerk it on set, or fuck the fuck off.
I'll stay, to support my best friend.
Bro, after all that, you absolutely have to go back to Big Science and jackhammer it up their asses. Just imagine Win's mortified mug when they hand you that prize.
Nope. I don't give a monkey's foreskin about their trinkets. But I do like the idea of brutally humiliating them on their own turf.
Atta genius. Now, we just need to make a scientific discovery.
If I'm in the game, I'm gonna play big. Ever heard of the 6 Millennium Prize Problems?
Of course. But isn't everybody and their fat grandma already working on those?
Yeah, because the prize for solving one is $1 million.
Noper, we gotta hop on those right now. And get your fat grandma to help. Hey, buddy. Maybe you should take a break. I brought you some nice, yummy beer.
Nope, can't. I'm almost done with the formula. Just need to verify it. Almost there. So friggin' close.
And there goes Rusty.
Maybe we could pick an easier problem. Maybe not a Millennium Prize problem, but a Century Prize one. Or decade, even.
Fuck, nope. It's gotta be the P versus NP problem. I just need a little more brain power. One more head like mine.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say that? Korney, up and at him, genius. Duty calls. Noper needs help solving a weensy little math problem.
I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Ah, don't tell me you're an artist now. What are you drawing in there? Is this your mom? You remembered her too?
No, maybe? I don't know. Without the memory pills, everything just fades. Am I just fantasizing now? No, I feel like I'm losing it here.
You're not going to be much help to Noper like this. We need to make you another memory pill. Stat!
But we're broke, aren't we? And as you're very fond of saying, the reagents are stupid expensive. It's hopeless.
It's true, we are cash flow challenged, but maybe I could sell something. This might be worth enough.
What is it?
Heirloom. The only thing I have left from my father.
You'd give that up to help me?
I have a lifetime of memories with my dad. More than a few I'd like to expunge, if I'm being honest. But you barely even have one. And I gotta take care of my team.
My son, our kingdom is in grave danger.
I'm ready to fight, King Daddy.
Your time will certainly come. But for now, follow me.
Whoa! What is that?
It's a magic cabinet. Step inside and it'll take you to a safe place. Well, actually, to a safe time.
What do you mean?
Imagine you suddenly find yourself in a foreign land. Only it's not hundreds of miles away from our kingdom, but hundreds of years away.
Traveling for hundreds of years?
No. See, time isn't like a river always flowing in one direction. All moments in time, past, present, and future, exist simultaneously, like islands in the ocean, which means it's possible to travel from one of them to others.
With this?
Yes. Listen to me. You must grow up, discover your hidden power, and then return to us and save the kingdom. You're our only hope. You must hurry. Get inside.
Is it dangerous?
No. Now the location of our kingdom and its place in time are encoded in your brand. Be strong, my brave boy.
But what if I...
Noper! This is a code! Scan it!
Yikes. Fine, I'll scan your scar, hairy pooter. No shit. Scanner recognized it as an EZ code and spit out a string of numbers. Looks like some kind of coordinates.
Exactly! They're the coordinates of my home! I don't need the memory pills anymore! I just need to find a way to travel through time! I saw him at the hospital! This has gotta be fate! He's not crazy, and I know it! I have to go to him. Now!
Whoa! Wait! Have you solved that pesky little math problem already?
Nope, we were doing butt stuff.
What problem? Oh, right. Lay it on me. I'll crack it in a hoofbeat.
Wow, looks like Mr. I Have to Wait for Inspiration has found his mofo and mojo. Lay it on him, Noper.
I don't know how to put complex concepts like this into words. If I could just straight up share what's in my fucking brain with you. Pictures.
Share. Brain. It's impossible to truly share knowledge because it's made of someone else's memory fragments related to someone else's personal experience. But it is possible to mirror the mindset itself. Mental activity translates to a complex organization of neural connections, and thanks to the mirror neurons effect, these patterns could be read, coded, transmitted, and received. That means it's possible to straight up achieve synchronization between a distributor's brain and a receiver's.
Did you understand any of that?
Nope. I understood all of it. Kid's a fucking genius. Here it is. A full-spectrum mirror neural brain synchronizer. This antenna and receiver can make a goddamn potato as smart as I am.
Polynomial space is limited by the values that include superior sums of both subsets.
So, if he's as smart as you now, are you as dumb as him?
Nope. It's a purely one-way connection. From the sender to the receiver.
Well, since everything's working, I have a date to keep. With destiny.
Imbeciles. They couldn't see the essential element. It's obvious.
Shit, Pickles. His brain couldn't take it.
For fuck's sake, you didn't say it was dangerous!
Unclutch your pearls, he's fine. His puny brain got strained. He couldn't handle that big a workout his very first time in the brain-nasium. He'll sleep it off and be good to go. But I'll need another brain to solve P versus NP. Ready for a workout, pussycat?
Wait! Let's present your brain synchronizer at St. Fart instead. A quick $100 grand for Discovery of the Year, and you'll rub that scumbag Wynn's face in it.
Full-spectrum mirror neural brain synchronizing technology could revolutionize education. I mean, this could seriously rock the foundations of academia.
Exactly. Gonna need a punchier name, though, Doc. Ooh, I got it. Neurosync. St. Fard, here we come.
No, not yet. This baby's running like a jaguar, but those academic asswipes won't get a $100,000 hard-on unless I build them a new one that's all slick and shiny.
Professor Prawn?
You finally found me. Did you bring it?
Bring what?
The Californium. Atomic number 98. You can't start the time machine without it.
Can you give me a little more info?
How many times do I have to repeat this? We need to make the gramophone's needle out of californium. 17 isotopes. It's essential. Music keeps time through time. If you don't make it in rhythm, your consciousness will stay in the body of your doppelganger. The chronotopical localization is tied to your DNA. But you absolutely need a counterweight in the opposite direction for the stable barycenter of time. And a safe word. It's important not to forget the safe word. Have you come up with it already?
I'm sorry, but my brain doesn't work like yours. I can't see things the way you do. Wait, don't go anywhere. Oh, sorry.
So, by mirroring the neural connection pattern, a teacher synchronizes the work of his own brain with a student's brain. The students' minds will function more effectively, enabling them to learn the lecture material quicker. With time, their neurons will adapt to working in this new way, creating an effect similar to muscle memory. This is true education, as opposed to drilling and cramming. I dropped my mic.
Well, excuse me, what's your name?
Noper.
Your discovery is indeed worthy of consideration for the St. Fard Prize for Discovery of the Year.
If it works as promised. Neurosync needs rigorous testing for effectiveness and safety. I propose an experiment within the walls of this university, personally supervised by yours truly. This new technology's contest participation to be dictated by the results of which. Do you agree, Mr. Neither?
No objections.
Noper, I'm telling you, we are gonna be so rich. Wait, what if the same thing happens to the students that happened to Mojo?
No way. I told you already. Mojo went way too heavy, way too fast. But if these kids are coming to the gym already in decent shape, everything should be dunky-hory.
For the purity of the experiment, I gathered our most underachieving students. People, please meet my possible colleague, Mr. No Chance in Hell Per.
Good one.
He seems to think he can make A students out of you with the help of this stylish device. And you'll have to put these on. At the end of the lecture, we'll conduct a test and see how much better than usual you learned the material. If at all.
Fucking fuck.
This will let me think like you, and then everything will become clear to me.
Too much madness!
Okay. Whew.
Oh, sweet cruel lord, nothing gets me off anymore. Is this really all there is? Fuck yeah!
It passed.
Oh my god!
Epicool? Are you all right? Oh no, it's because of my chip.
A chip? This is it! The Uber bus! Chip trip! How much do you want for it?
What do you mean?
Shriveled fuck. No wallet, no money. Oh, take my Rolex. Time is irrelevant to me now.
Californium! Californium! Find some Californium! Time's up. Submit your tests. Let's see how the Neurosync affected you. I'll put the results up on the board. Well. Satisfactory results. The initial stage of this experiment can be considered a non-failure. Louis, could you please celebrate a bit more modestly? Or at least take it to the bathroom.
Yeah. Sorry, couldn't help myself from helping myself.
Fat Merlin's puckered nipple, what is this? Some kind of internet challenge?
No, I just... Zoe, felt like my Peter was possessed or something. Oof, they must be feeling the same thing.
Possessed? Interesting. It looks like the Neurosync has a peculiar side effect that stimulates sexual function.
Nope, that is not a scientific conclusion.
This experiment is over. I can't endanger my students. You are dismissed, Mr. No-Hoper.
Crud puppies! I still don't get how that happened. Mojo didn't go all whack-a-noodle like that.
Maybe because potatoes don't have ding-dongs.
Fine. Selling short was a circle jerk. So, let's get back to the Millennium Prize problem. Who's gonna synchronize with Noper this time? Korney, Bo Borney, you are exactly who I need.
Wait, look what I got for you.
The real Rolex?
To replace your heirloom. It won't remind you of your dad, of course, but...
They cost like 30 grand. Where'd you get that kind of scratch?
Well, you could say I sold some drugs.
What?
Relax, not literally. I was in the hospital and connected the brain transmitter to a patient. I put the chip on and felt like I was dripping Spaceballs. I couldn't take it, but Epicool loved it. So he traded the watch for the, Wonder Muffin chip.
Sweet mother of shit! Neurosync drug trips! You're a fucking genius! They're absolutely harmless, leave no traces in the organism, and can be more intense and out there than any powder or pill! Korney, 5 up top, bro! Colleagues, we've got ourselves a new startup!
Startup? No, the Epicool thing was just an accident. I wasn't thinking we should go any further with it.
Yeah, because you're not a fucking idiot. What, has your memory failed you, Rock? Did you already forget about the Neurosync jackpocalypse at St. Fard?
That doesn't sound good. So we're not getting the science prize money?
No. The Neurosync tech was torpedoed by St. Fard because of a weensy little side effect. The students started masturbating uncontrollably.
Strange. I used the chip, but nothing like that happened to me. We should warn Epicool.
Noper?
I see you're still wearing the chip.
Yes, oh yes, pal. This is complete insanity. I'm at the horizon of events. My universe is expanding faster than the speed of a... Wow! All is nothing. Time is never. Oh, it's pure high, girlfriend.
Beachy. Hey, do you feel the urge to jerk off at all?
Are you nuts? No sex can touch this high. I may never jerk off again.
I think I understand.
Therefore, due to the emergence of this side effect, I deem it impossible to consider Neurosync technology for the St. Fard Prize for Discovery of the Year. All in agreement?
Nope.
Mr. No-Waper, please don't waste the committee's time. I should think the problem with your tech is quite obvious.
Nope. The problem is not with the technology, but with the participants of the experiment. One specific participant, to be exact. You, Rectum Win. You see, not only do the neural patterns get mirrored, but also the psychological mechanisms that shaped them. And Mr. Win's way of thinking was formed through pathological sublimation of pent-up sexual energy, indissolubly tied to beating his meager meat.
Ha ha ha. Clearly, Mr. Hell Noper is trying to shift the blame. I'm not the one who became infamous at St. Fard for starring in extreme porn.
I was young, and I did what I had to do to raise money to save a friend. But what could possibly motivate an elderly rector to masturbate on the internet? These are recordings of some private webcam vid chats. Wasn't easy to get them or watch them, but boy, was it worth it.
Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe,
Whoa!
like and subscribe,
It's St.
like and subscribe.
Not St. Fard! Mr. Wynn, you disgust me. Turn it off!
No, wait, not yet. Okay, now turn it off.
Neurosync was named Discovery of the Year.
Yes, 100,000 smackaroonies. We're rich, baby.
I wonder how much Californium I could buy with that. Probably a lot, right?
Nope. The university's testing and administrative fees came to $99,500. But I did get the asswipes to issue an official permit for the remaining $500. That means you can license Neurosync and revolutionize the whole fucking education racket if you want.
Nope. It means we're about to become mental drug lords. All legal, of course.
Lords of the drug? Nice. All that science stuff just makes my brain hurt.
From the mouths of Spuds, words of wisdom.